Welcome to Key Digital University. It's time to learn all about the KD-Pro 2x1 and 4x1.
Key Digital University Integrated Audio Video Control Professional Level 1 HDMI Switchers, covering the typical usage scenarios, application instances, and system design considerations for HDMI switchers, and going into feature details of the KD-Pro 2x1 and KD-Pro 4x1. What are the usage scenarios for HDMI switchers? Anytime you have multiple sources that need to go to a single display, you will need an HDMI switcher if perhaps you have limited amount of inputs on the display or limited cabling going to that display. The applications using HDMI switchers commonly include conference rooms, huddle spaces, classrooms, theater viewing, and more. Again, anytime you have a single display and you need to switch or select between multiple video sources where you may only have a single wire running to that display, monitor, or projector, or perhaps only a single HDMI input at that monitor or projector. System design considerations for professional HDMI switchers. Will you be needing extenders going in or out of the switcher? Key Digital has a wide assortment of extenders, including many wall plate interfaces that you can plug your video source into so that it ultimately can lead to the HDMI switcher. Will you need distribution amplifiers so that the single selected source can be distributed to multiple displays? Will you need audio de-embedding? Some of the products we cover have that feature, others do not. And lastly, how do you wish to control the product? Push button, auto selection, or perhaps over a touchscreen interface. All are possible with our switcher line. So let's go ahead and begin looking at KD-Pro 2x1 and KD-Pro 4x1 professional HDMI switchers. They're a half rack width product that include a half rack blank ear for mounting in a rack. They have audio de-embedding on analog and digital, and they support full 4K UHD resolutions up to 18 gigabits per second while offering HDCP 2.2 compliancy. These products feature our full buffer system for EDID handshaking, HDCP authentication, TMDS reclocking, and fixed hot plug detection. And because they are IP controllable, they are Key Digital app ready. Here you can see the auto sensing switch on the face of the unit. Very easy for the user to enable that mode. What does that mode do for us? Well, auto switching, or as we call it, intelligent auto sensing, is activated by hot plug detection from a newly connected source that will automatically switch and advance that source, or by a newly disconnected signal. So if the selected source is disconnected, the switch will advance to the next available input. When you set auto sensing on the face of the unit, it is fixed in auto sensing mode, so no software setting will override the dip switch, toggle switch on the face of the unit. However, auto sensing can also be set from the remote or via RS-232 or IP strings, and if set via software, then a manual switching will override auto sensing, and actually it will disable auto sensing mode. Another great integration tool of KD-Pro 2x1, KD-Pro 4x1 is the voltage trigger sensing. This enables the integrator to wire a button, such as a doorbell, into the 6-pin Phoenix connector used for unit control on pins 1 and 3, connecting the trigger button voltage and ground. And with the triggered switching, it will sequentially advance from source 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and back around to 1 again. Yet another integration tool of the KD-Pro 2x1 4x1 is audio de-embedding. You have a 6-pin Phoenix connector for analog, balanced or unbalanced audio, an additional analog connector on a 3.5mm TRS stereo tip ring sleeve, and digital on PCM coaxial. Now, with the audio de-embedding feature, there is no format conversion. So if you wish to have 2-channel audio coming out on analog, of course you must come in on HDMI as 2-channel PCM. There is no equalization or volume controls, and there's also no up or down format conversion. And because KD-Pro 2x1 and KD-Pro 4x1 have IP controllability, they are app ready for control by the Key Digital app. The Key Digital app GUI features 2 or 4 input buttons and your 1 output button, complete with friendly naming, which is entered via line string command into the unit. So any user that opens the Key Digital app, scans the network to detect the KD-Pro 2x1, 4x1 on their network, will pull in those input and output friendly names.